Hello everyone, welcome. I'm AtomiK and I'm really happy to see all of you today. I will be with Paradox in the next few minutes, but for now, he's not available to join us on the stream, so I hope he will be soon with us. But we have two beautiful confrontations today involving 4 players from 4 different countries around the whole world. We have Rami94 from Argentina and Stathisv13 from Greece. And then after this first confrontation, we'll have HKroms against CaelesLuna, HKroms from France and CaelesLuna from Canada. First, take a look at the group of Rami and Stathisv. Rami is currently leading the group with 2-1 overall, and Stathisv13 is 1-2. So the Stathisv is very unlikely to manage to finish top 2 in his group, but for Rami it's very important to win that confrontation. If he wins, he will be at 3-1, so it will be likely to go further in the competition. But if he loses, he will be at 2-2, so it will be kinda over for him. So he really needs a win today. So we can look at the lineups, and first we'll start with Rami94 lineup. He's playing an interesting lineup. Remember, it's last hero standing. He's playing Libram Paladin. He's playing also Pirate Warrior, Garrett Rogue, and Token Druid. That's not the most common lineup I've seen in the Max League. Sorry. Okay, wait, let me add some music at the background. Okay, maybe it will be better. Now, okay, it's not the most common lineup in the Max League. I think it's the first time I'm seeing Libram Paladin. There has been... okay. And yeah, the Warrior is also new because it's the first time they were allowed to send new lineup after the last week's patch. With the new Squawker in Paladin. So I really think this Paladin is very strong right now because the matchup against Warrior is pretty good, and there are lots of Warrior in the meta right now. So bringing Paladin is a very good idea, I think. So then that's the new Pirate Warrior from the Dead Mines of Stormwind. With the new Mr. Smite, 6 mana, 6/5 body. And your other pirates all your pirates have rush, so charge. So it's very fine to go face with that card. It's a very strong new card in Quest Warrior. It's a control version of Quest Warrior with 1 Rancor. Playing Rancor is very strong against Garrett Rogue for example, but Rami is banning Garrett Rogue from his opponent, so I think that's why he's just running 1 Rancor, because it's really good against Garrett Rogue, and if you are banning Garrett Rogue, maybe playing only 1 Rancor is a good idea. So then he's playing himself Garrett Rogue. Very interesting to make the deck, because yeah, you have to bring it. It's maybe the God tier deck. It will be nerfed on the next week, so it is maybe, I don't know, maybe the last week we are seeing Garrett Rogue in the Max League. But for now, it's for lots of people the best deck in the meta right now. So it will be interesting to see if we can see 3-0 maybe, because players are thinking that Garrett Rogue can 3-0 lots of lineup, because Rami's Warrior has been banned, so he will be able to play his Garrett Rogue. And then the last deck is Token Druid. I think it is the best win rate in the Legend rank, Token Druid. His worst weakness is Garrett Rogue, but Rami, as I said, is banning Garrett Rogue from Stathisv. So he won't have to face any Garrett Rogue with his Druid. So yeah, playing Druid in Last Hero Standing is a very good idea. The deck will also be nerfed next week, but at the moment the deck is very powerful, one of the best win rate, and yeah, very, very good if you are not facing Garrot Rogue, and that's the case, because let's look at Stathisv lineup. Stathisv is playing full control Quest Warrior. I will like that because you have Surfrong, Mutanus, lots of heavy cards in the deck. So it's a very totally control version of the Quest Warrior with also 2 provoke, very strong in the early game. So that's Stathisv Warrior. He's playing Garrot Rogue, but the Rogue will be banned, so no Garrot Rogue from Stathisv13. Then he's playing AtomiK Demon Hunter, maybe the deck. You know, at the top of the metagame, there is Garrot Rogue, and maybe just before, under, sorry, you have the AtomiK Demon Hunter. For some people, that's how the meta is right now, and yeah. Quest Demon Hunter is a very powerful deck, because, yeah, you have Glide against Garrot Rogue, and that's really, really, really strong in that matchup. So bringing AtomiK Demon Hunter in Last Hero Standing can allow you to not ban your opponent Garrot Rogue. So that's why he was able to make the choice of what banning his opponent lineup. That's why Stathisv was able to ban the warrior from Rami. But be careful. If you are playing very, very well your Garrot Rogue, that matchup is still not that bad, because if you are playing knowing that your opponent maybe have Glide in hand, sorry, so you are thinking, if he has Glide, I have to play as much card as possible. So first I will play all my cheap cards. I won't stay 2-3 turns with lots of 1 mana or 0 mana stuff, just dumping my hand every time I can, so no strong Glide for the opponent. And then the last deck is the Quest Warrior with 1 Altar of Fire. I think the Altar of Fire is here because of Garrot Rogue, because without the Altar of Fire the matchup is really, really, really good for the Warlock. Sorry, without the Altar of Fire the matchup is very, very good for the Rogue. But sometimes, thanks to the Altar of Fire, you can win some games if you are lucky on the card you are burning in your opponent's hand. So very interesting to ring that Warlock. I think that's a personal thinking, but not next week, because no stream next week, but in 2 weeks, when the nerf will be available, that Warlock will be one of the best decks in the metagame. That's a personal call. Let's see if it will be what I am seeing, but I think let's keep that Warlock in head for maybe the next week. So I will ask if players are ready, and if players are ready, we'll be able to start the confrontation between Rami and Stathisv. Okay. Rami is ready. Okay, so we'll be able to move to the next scene with Rami's camera, for example, and Stathisv13 also. Give me 1 minute. Yeah, I am alone this evening for the start of the cast, so I have to talk while I am looking for the players. Okay, you still have Stathisv lineup, so you can look at everything in the deck. There isn't lots of spicy stuff in his lineup except his Control Warrior with Surfrong and Mutanus, pretty heavy one. Okay, Rami's camera is fine. So, okay, let's move to the next scene. We are now waiting for Stathisv. We'll see if he's ready. Okay, here is Rami. I don't have Stathisv camera for the moment. I think it will come soon. So, okay. I will ask if Stathisv is ready. And also, don't forget that you can send cheers to your favorite players. You can do top or bot for the players you are cheering for. Rami is at the top and Stathisv is at the bottom. Okay, I'm putting it in the chat right now. Sorry, tac. So, okay, so this is ready. I'm just asking him for the camera. And I think Paradox will join us very soon. And at the bottom we have Stathisv. Okay, he forgot, so he will come right now. We'll have Stathisv camera also. Okay, so yeah, don't forget bottom and top command in the chat to show us for which player you are, and Paradox is joining us.
Hey, buddy.
Okay, wait, we are not hearing you in the stream right now. Let me 1 minute.
No worries.
Hi, Paradox. How are
Hey,
you?
hey, AtomiK.
Yeah,
Sorry for the delay. I was busy casting another wonderful series of Hearthstone games, but I am ready to get into even more Hearthstone with some amazing quality players on the Max League stream. I'm sure you've been informing our viewers just about the high quality matches we've got, right?
Yeah. Rami against Stathisv.
And CaelesLuna versus HKroms.
It will be the next one, yeah.
Yeah, I actually was casting a match HKroms was a part of earlier tonight in House Rivalries with his teammate Candapesh, so definitely interested to see what he's capable of on his own. I'm sure he'll do great.
Have you looked at the lineup, or you were too busy because of the House Rivalry?
I haven't, but I can take a look right now. So let's see. So from Rami here, we've got Libram Paladin, Pirate Warrior, Miracle Rogue, and Taunt Druid. And then from Stathisv, we've got Quest Control Warrior, Miracle Rogue, OTK, DH, and Handlock. So pretty standard lineups by the looks of it.
Yeah, the Warrior for Stathisv was pretty interesting, with a very heavy control one, with both Mutanus and Sofrang. A very expensive Warlock with 7 mana cards. It was interesting to see.
Yeah, like Mutanus even. Like, you'd think Mutanus would be a bit slow in the current environment, but I guess like if you hit specific combo pieces, it can definitely make up the difference. This looks pretty similar to the Caelus Fury Hunter used in the Masters Tour.
And
what I can tell.
Players are starting while we were talking about the decks. So you will have Stathisv at the bottom of your screen, and Rami94
at the top.
At the top of the screen, yeah. So let's see the player's deck of the first game. Okay, Demon Hunter against Paladin. Oh, that's a really interesting matchup, I think. It's like Paladin trying to put a huge body on the board, and Demon Hunter trying to kill them while looking for his OTK. Do you have thoughts on that matchup, Paradox?
I'm just logging into Hearthstone now.
Oh,
I should be able to spectate the game in a few moments' time. But as far as my thoughts on the matchup go, I'd have to imagine it's pretty Demon Hunter favored. Because the Libram Paladin, right, it's going to be pretty slow to get the stuff set up, right? There's no big blowout turn the Paladin can go for with cards like Battleground Battlemaster and Blessing of Authority. It's a very slow momentum builder, right? Like you get the Librams up with the Outer Attendant and the Truth Seeker, and it's like you're slowly trying to build the damage while the Demon Hunters just quickly completing their quest and just blowing you out in one turn.
Yeah, I see what do you mean, yeah. But in the game, for the moment, the Paladin is putting a huge pressure on his opponent with 2 Elder Attendant on turn 1, and then a Hand of Adal in hand, so it's like a Zoo Paladin at the moment, so maybe the Paladin will be able to kill very fast the Demon Hunter, because we will also have a Devout Pupil on turn 4, then Aldor Truth Seeker on turn 5. Wow, Paladin's curve is insane right now. Pretty aggressive one.
No kidding. I'm just waiting for Rami's hand to be revealed to me in the Spectator client. But yeah, no, this starts looking pretty strong. As you mentioned, just a ton of Wanderers here. And the Hand of Adal as well from the Knight of Anointment, definitely putting on a significant amount of pressure. Although, if Stathisv here picks up an Immolation Aura, all this can be reset to 0 pretty quickly.
Yes. But we just saw a top deck Varian of Stormwing for Rami, so if he's out of fuel, just playing Varian can refill his hand, so yeah, pretty
expensive though, right? Like paying 8 mana for a 7/7. That's going to give the Demon Hunter player quite a lot of time before that comes into play.
If the Demon Hunter has to play his minions to clear big minions from Paladin, maybe his AtomiK will come later in the game, because yes, that's 1 Fell Scream less, 1 Arcanist less, so if one of them is at the very bottom of the deck, sometimes it is coming maybe too late.
To make a difference, yeah. Devout Pupil coming out here on 4 as well.
Yeah.
Definitely much earlier than I think we're used to seeing it coming into play.
Very interesting also, not trading the Arcanist. It was something to think about, because the Divine Shield now is pretty easy to break with the Arcanist. But yeah, as you... Oh, Stathisv is here.
Interesting choice, actually, because he could have went for the Ganar Glavesmith, right? And that would have given Illidan +3 attacks, so it would have been at 4. And then with the hero power, it would have been at 5. After trading Arcanist, that would have cleared Devout Pupil from the board. Instead, he's going for Stathisv for the disruption approach.
Yeah.
Which, hey, getting rid of Eldor Truthseeker on curve is pretty good.
With 3 cards in your opponent's hand, playing Stathisv is very strong, because you are literally just dumping 1/3 cards of your opponent's hand, so 2 cards left is very it's very low, only 2 cards in hand, so he will be at the top deck.
Yeah, and the cards he's got left aren't very useful in this matchup. I already went over why Varian is pretty slow, but Blademaster Samurai is one of those cards that seems incredible in board-based aggro matchups because you can just wipe the board, but against Demon Hunter, they don't really have a board. There's only Stathisv Stathisv here, and Blademaster Samurai doesn't even clear it in one hit, not without another minion or another buff effect being used as well. And speaking of buff effects, there's the Noble Mount reapplying that Divine Shield and getting a nice value trade against Stathisv Stathisv.
Yeah. Yeah, Samurai is only a 1/6 against Demon Hunter, as you said. Oh, and here's the Glide, but you don't really want to outcast the Glide right now, because you are just giving cards to your opponent. By playing Glide, you are giving 2 cards for your opponent. So yeah, we'll try to keep it in hand. We'll try to keep the Glide in hand in the middle of the hand, not outcasting
not
the glide.
outcasted, so you get the 4 cards and your opponent does not, yeah.
And
But yeah, that Moog I-Beam as well being used. A lot of combo pieces being thrown out right out the gate here. That, as you mentioned earlier, might make it a lot more difficult for Stathisv to get his OTK combo going, at least before some of the bigger minions like the King of Stormwind come onto the board.
Sure, yeah. Maybe we'll have to get his deck empty to have the full combo, because playing lots of combo card before the combo, but pretty strong top deck here for Rami. Although True Seeker is back in the hand.
Yeah, pretty much exactly what he wanted at this point, because that also means now that Libram of Hope is going to cost only 5 mana, and that is definitely much more affordable for him than 7 mana that it was a few moments ago.
Okay, Ilginos is there, but is here, but I don't think you will play him for the full cost. You will have to play it before after Culturus.
Oh no! He has no other way of outcasting this turn. Is he gonna have to glide himself just to just reset his hand down to 4? There's also his second I-Beam gone, so the only way the OTK will happen now is with that one Fellscreen Blast.
Double jump, pretty strong draw from the glide, having one drawing card in hand after Culturus is always strong. And Knight of Anointment is here, so maybe Libram of Hope. Wow, here it is.
It's about as good as you could hope to get, yeah.
Yeah.
And at this point, both of the I-Beams and both of the Spectral Sights have already been played. So that means that with this Glide Top deck, this double jump actually does not draw anything.
Rami94 is saying that was a mistake and was shaking his head, but do you know why? I can't see the
because he could have healed his face, right? He could have healed his face rather than the minion, because the minion wasn't damaged.
Healing the minion is because of the new bird in the Dead Mines, that the Parrot, 4 mana for 3 I think, repeats the last spell you played on the minion. And yes, that's why, because he played Libram of Wisdom after the Libram of Hope. So he's drawing the new bird. It will play a +1/+1 instead of a big 8/8 taunt Divine Shield. So yeah. No, Rami, don't draw the parrot, or it will be embarrassing. But yeah,
in fairness to Rami, right? I'm pretty sure he's just gonna go for Varian next turn, right? Like, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It's a 7/7 with Divine Shield and Rush. Like, that's exactly what you need to deal with Culturus at this point, while pushing an incredible amount of damage on the other side. This is at least 14 on board right now.
And maybe top decking Devout Pupil, thanks to Varian, to put another huge minion on board. And yeah, here it is. Here's the Pupil.
Yeah, you gotta be a bit careful though, because if you put too many minions on the board and Stathisv goes for like a big board clear, all of a sudden you might not have the consistent applied pressure to close out the game. But speaking of closing out the game, this is a lot of combo pieces right here. I don't think it's enough to close out the game quite yet. I think they're 1 mana off at this point, being able to go for like the OTK.
Yes, that's 24 damage I think, having +2 spell damage and 1 Moarg, because so Fellscream is dealing
3 doubled is 6, 6 times 3 is 18.
Oh, that's 18, yeah. You're right. So
nowhere near enough. This game will go on for at least 1 more turn. But I don't know if there's enough time left.
The huge minion on Rami, so no time left. He's looking for... that's Vissal! Whoa!
That's exactly what Stathisv needed, because with the Arcanist, that means he can play all the spell damage effects. And that means this Fellscreen Blast will easily be enough to close out the game.
Yeah.
Very well played. to Stathisv there. Taking the risk, getting rewarded for it. That's exactly what we like to see.
Yeah. It would be easy to just say, wow, he was lucky, that's only luck, but he was lucky because he was looking for his out in the game. So yeah, as you said, just a reward for taking the risk of first drawing a card. Well played from him.
Yep. And of course, as I'm sure you've mentioned, this is last hero standing, which means that now the Libram Paladin is gone for Rami at this point. He will no longer be able to play it in the series, and both of Rami's decks might not have the greatest matchup against the OTK Demon Hunter. Of course, OTK Demon Hunter is extremely well known for its ability to easily dispatch Garrote Rogue. That is one of the reasons why it is so popular. But on the other side, its matchup against Druid isn't quite so clear-cut. But if Stathisv can win this game too, he is in an incredible position to win this series.
Sure. You're right. So, but for the moment, Druid's hand isn't great. Do you have to coin the Jerry here? You will have a 1 mana minion for the next turn, so you will be able to curve out with Adorable Infestation and that minion. Yeah, he will go for coin turn 2, and then double turn 1. He doesn't have his huge minions as the 2 mana 2/3 that is reducing the cost of your turns, and the 3 mana 2/4 that is making duplicate of your weak minions.
Oh, Peasant picked up off the top. That's going to be very good with the Adorable Infestation. And, I mean, we were talking about Rami's hand not being great. The hand from the Demon Hunter is not what you want to be either. Like, you really don't want to be just pinging minions and playing eye beams all the time. You want to complete your quest.
Yeah, still on part 1. And here is the Oracle of Elune for Rami. And at the moment, Stathisv can't do anything about that. Still can't do anything about that. But the glide is strong right now because Rami's hand is full of is heavy. So yeah, good glide from Stathisv. Let's see how it will go. Acrobatics, really good. Spectral Sight on the left.
Yeah, lots of card draw for Stathisv. Not a whole lot of things that can punish it at this point, like punish you leaving the Oracle up, I mean. Oh, that's a bit of a punish, though. The Peasant here, getting 2 of those on the board when the Demon Hunter has no board clears. That is definitely what you like to see as the Druid here.
Yeah, full board. Let's see. Stathisv will have a very good top decks as last game. Okay, acrobatics then.
Oh, this isn't good though. He is unable to clear this board, not even a little bit in this position. So if Rami picks up the Arbor up, this is going to be an absurd amount of damage. This is going to be, let's see, it's 14 on board, right? So that would just be lethal.
Exactly,
if Arbor is drawn right now.
You're right. You're right. Let's see.
Got 3 draws to get it.
Okay, no. Oh, that's...
Which one is that? That is the summon the 2/2. That is not the one he was hoping to get.
Yeah.
And that means that this game will continue for a little while longer.
Yeah. It's fine. Let's see more Hearthstone. But still no clean for Rami94. Still needs to find them, but lots of card draw, so it's very likely to find what he wants.
Oh, that's a clear, but it doesn't clear the entire board. There's still 2 copies of Immolation Aura in Demon Hunter's deck at this point.
Yes.
So it is quite likely that the clear will be found this turn. But if it isn't, the game is just over. It's as simple as that.
Good trader now. No immolation.
Yeah, you can't play both of these cards this turn. Yeah, this isn't good. The only way now that Immolation Aura can be found is if you trade the Guild Trader back into the deck. But you have to play the I-Beam first, because otherwise it'll cost 3 mana.
Maybe, I don't remember in which order cards were played, but maybe the placement of Rami isn't great, playing good minions at the same place of the board. Playing Peasant and
I think the Orc Merchants played second.
Yes.
But yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
I don't quite remember for certain. But either way, right? Either way, Rami still has 8 other cards in his hand, so I don't think he's too concerned over losing the peasants at this point. It would have been nice, but it's not like it was necessary or anything.
You're right, totally. Yeah. I won't call it misplay or whatever. Just was asking for about that. So yeah. Co-hosting found for Rami, but you don't want to play it right now because you just will burn cards from your deck. He will try to build another board. Yeah, Greyboss. How is Greyboss in the matchup?
I think it depends on the board state the Druid has at the time, right? Because obviously, if the Druid has a board like this, Greybow's not going to be that great because Immolation Aura would deal 3 to the small minions, get rid of the small minions, and then 3 to the Greybow, which would then clear the Greybow off the board.
I see. I get it, yeah. So, okay. Face damage from Rami. Only 10 health points. And here is Immolation Aura, yeah.
1 turn too late, but you know what? Better late than never at this point.
Sure. So
feels pretty bad though, because if you play Immolation Aura, you can't play Kurtrus this turn, because if you do, you're just dead. If your opponent has Arbor or Park Panther.
maybe.
Oh, but he's gonna go for it, and that means the. Wait, hold on. Just wanted to make sure. Yeah, Rami doesn't actually have lethal.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And yeah. I
He's
really love
getting it either.
I really love Stathisv play because I think it was the winning play to just say okay.
Just hope your opponent doesn't have Arbor Up or Panther. If they had it, why didn't they play it last turn? It is a fair question.
Yeah, and also if he wasn't playing Kurtrus that turn, I think it was just game over for him. So just hoping he went top the kit was the right play, I think.
Yeah, and he got massively rewarded for it, because now while he's at 4 HP, he's got the Kurtrus down, and with one more Immolation Aura or Fellscreen Blast, this board is gone and he's back at a really safe life total.
Yeah, I agree. So that's when the deck become interesting, the Demon Hunter, when you can play basically your deck.
Spectral Sight, okay. It's 2 more cards. Tusk Piercer, Double Jump. Both I-Beams are gone at this point too. Double Jump will not hit anything.
Has to be fast. Okay.
Oh.
Can draw for free.
Yeah, 1 draw for free. Yep. Still digging in for the all-important lifesteal effect. Oh, there's an I-Beam!
Yes. And there is also a draw a card, but yeah, he will go for the lifesteal, as you said.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't, you're just gonna die. Like, there's still a lot of damage on the board. I would like to see Kurtrus trade into the Teacher's Pet first, just to see if maybe like King Muckler is in the Teacher's Pet, because that would be worse, I think. But it was, in fact, not a Muckler. Oh, that is gonna do it. Yeah, that's 5 plus 6 from the Arbor up. That is exactly enough. And we've got a tight series in our hands.
And yeah, okay. The scary Demon Hunter is out for Stathisv. So yeah, no Demon Hunter less. And that's a small issue because now Rami will have... But later, if his Druid got a loss, he will have his Garrot Rogue, but Stathisv won't have his own Demon Hunter to beat Rami's Garrot Rogue. So we have to be careful about maybe that's future Garrot Rogue.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. So at this point, the main way I think Stathisv wins the series is most likely by the warrior beating the rogue. I think that's the most likely way that this series will end. And so the question is, like, how do you get there? And so from this perspective, it's right, why not play Handlock first? Get the win against the Druid out of the way with the deck that's really bad against Rogue, and then guarantee the Warrior queue against the Rogue. If the Warrior winning the Rogue is how you win the series, you want to guarantee that queue as much as you possibly can. It's interesting that you threw the quest away, though. What do you think about that?
I think this is right to do it. I think it's a good play because against Hunter, for example, having the lifesteal is a thing, but against Druid, even lifesteal don't get you anywhere. It's just doing nothing to have 3 S point more. You are killing with big minions before the end of your deck, so yeah, you really don't need to have that quest against Druid. You need to have one more card.
Speaking of cards you want to have, this Soul Rend is by far the most important card in the matchup for the Warlock here.
Yeah, totally agree, but here Rami's hand is okay against that Soul Rend thanks to the Divine Shield from the Hug Merchant.
I wonder, here's a thought, what if you potentially go for Touch of the Nathrazim this turn ahead of time to pop the Divine Shield?
That was something, yeah. That was something, yeah, to have in mind. I don't have the answer, but yeah, that was something to think about.
Here we go, Soul Rend number 1 coming down here. Getting rid of the quest. Like you said, you don't need the quest, so better to get rid of it with Soul Rend.
Yeah. Fine overdraw for Stathisv.
Ooh. That's actually quite a good pickup there for Rami, because now Touch of the Nathrazim won't be able to clear the Bone Chew Brawler this turn.
But if he's going for Pack Mule, Infestation and Cub, that just will be a very good Soul Rend for Stathisv. And then...
Can you... Sorry, carry on.
And then Rami's hand will be empty with only a Park Panzer in hand.
Yeah, at the same time though, look at this. Like, now the Soul Rend comes down and arguably Rami is still in the same dire position anyway, so... Oh! That is very interesting. Choosing not to clear the Park Panther from the board, instead of going for the null here.
As you said, yeah, interesting. And second Hug Merchant in hand. Let's see, yeah. How he will take trade. I think with the head, you want to take the trade.
Ooh, and now this Park Panther is actually going to be really hard to deal with.
Yeah, because of the Divine Shield on the minion. Okay.
Yeah, there's no way to clear it, and you can't tap. The only way you can tap here is if you go Raise Dead, get Tour Guide tap, and then you need to hit exactly Touch of the Nathrazim, or I forget the name of the
Mortal
card.
Coil.
No. Where is it? Oh, he's not running Shadowblade Slinger. He's just not running it. Okay.
Oh, the new minion.
The 2-1, yeah.
Yeah, it's in more board based decks with a more early game that you're playing it?
No, I've seen it play quite a bit in Handlock as well.
Yeah, interesting.
It's just not here. That's really surprising. I thought it was a staple, but apparently I was wrong, and it looks like yeah, the Warlock is dead here, while holding a Soul Rend in hand, and the Druid is out of cards. Something went wrong in this game, I think, for this chain of events to take place.
And then that's over. 2-1 for Rami, and only Warrior left for Stathisv13. So yeah, interesting Warrior as we saw in the lineups. I'm really interesting to see how it will go.
Yeah, and it's got to win both of the games as well, like in a row against the Rogue and the Druid. And this Warrior list doesn't run as many board clears as old Control Warrior, like that we're used to seeing it run. It only plays one copy of Rancor, for example. Actually, wait, no, it's playing two. I'm just, yeah. No, I know what the problem is. I'm looking at Rami's list. Yeah, that's the problem. This one is playing two copies of Rancor. Yeah. Ignore me.
Okay. Fine. Okay, Balroth in hand. Interesting against Druid, of course.
Pretty good with Rancor. It's also pretty good with Provoke, the 0 mana warrior spell that forces enemy minions to hit one of yours.
Yeah, right. And what about Rami's mulligan? I think you just throw Arbor Up and Greybuffs. Oh, he's also throwing the 2 mana minion. I thought it was a safe keep in every matchup.
Maybe Rami is just trying really hard to find the Oracle. The Oracle of Loon, right? That minion is pretty hard for Warrior to deal with usually, especially if a taunt's behind it.
Yeah, and also Peasant on turn 1 is a guaranteed draw against Warrior because on turn 1 Warrior is only playing his quest. So yeah, free draw. And
imagine if we had N'Zoth's first mate back. Wouldn't that be a fun time? The 1/1 that gave you a 1/3 hook.
Oh yeah, that one, yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't playing Hearthstone at that time, but yeah, I see what card you talk about.
Yeah. So, random tangent here. So I was playing duels the other day. I was playing a Pirate Warrior, and I went 11-0 with like Pirate Warrior in duels. And I had like 3 N'Zoth's first mates, and then I just lost 3 in a row. Went from 11-0 to 11-3. I was so depressed. Okay. But that's why I remember these cards, because I play weird game modes.
So, what can be the turn? I think you want to play Jerry on that turn, because if you draw another Sow the Soil, Jerry won't draw any card, so holding it in hand is just maybe sometimes losing a card draw. So yeah, I like playing it now.
Question is, what else is going to come down this turn? Are we going to see a 2/2, or are we going to see the Druid of the Reef come down here with a 1/3 taunt rather? Looks like we're going to see just the 2/2 Treant come down. Right into the Coin Sword Eater on turn number 3 here. That's a pretty nice pickup.
Yeah, strong curve from Stasis. The Peasant out. Okay, too much turn for the Peasant. Finally killed. And now, yeah, that will be a strong way to take the trade for Rami. Here, okay.
See here, so you can Shiver Me Timbers, that clears the Panther off. Question is, do you want to play the Pirate this turn? I guess just to further the quest and get the Bulwark out of your deck, yeah.
Yeah, Battle Cry is kinda sad, but yeah, you have to play it to as you said, finish the quest. Bulwark is there.
And then, yeah, Shiver Me Timbers just to get rid of the Park Panther. And at the moment, it's looking not that great, I'd say, for the Warrior, just because they're pretty low on cards and they're pretty low on health, while the Druid has quite a few extra resources available to them to continue pushing damage.
Yes. And, oh, I thought it was going to be... Okay, no. Yeah, of course, no Grey Buffs here, only 4 manas left.
Yeah, this is more sensible, right? Not only do you clear the 3/4, you also get to push damage, and your minion sticks around.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nice one. Killing 2 minions. Also...
There's the Lord Barrow of Provoke combo.
Yeah, with that, Bulwark, he's just saying, put as minion as you can, and then he will just be able to kill them with a Barrow of Provoke. So yeah.
Although, funnily enough, now because of that, Rami can just build a wide board again and then go for composting.
Yeah, so he will be able to have another hand after that full clean.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if this turn, instead of going for Lord Barrow, you just Rancor here. You're only getting 6 armor, but you clear most of the big threats from the field.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, only playing Rancor is fine.
Oh, in fact, yeah, you can Shiver their Timbers and then Rancor, and that gets rid of the battle guard as well.
Sure. And then also 8 armor for the warrior.
But yeah, it's 4 extra cards for the Druid. At this point, the warrior is starting to run out of removal.
Only 1 removal left with Barrow of Provoke. I'm asking if you have to maybe trade that Provoke, because just having 1 board clear isn't winning you the game, but looking for more card can be a winning play.
Has an Arbor up, okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be at least one more wave after this that Stathisv has to deal with in order to come back from this position. And I don't know if he can.
He'll be able to draw cards with the Harbor's Camp.
It's a good pickup.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, I like holding it though this turn because you want to get the create a distraction to hit the enemy minions rather than going face for just 4 damage.
Yeah, you're right. Fair point, yeah. So, okay, Rami's hand is still huge. 7 cards in hand. And yeah, that's when Ton Druid is kinda a difficult deck to play. You have lots of possibilities, but which one is the best right now?
It's a good question. I think now that you've seen the Lord Barrow, right, I think you're much more confident in being able to play Greybow. Because it's going to be harder now to clear Greybow and all of the minions next to it. Especially with cards like the Guardian Orc Merchant as well.
Sure. And yeah, then Greybow, Orc Merchant. Okay, no Greybow.
This is fine too.
Yeah.
A great draw here, though, for Stathisv would have been the second Provoke. Because you could trade the Harbour Scamp, play Mutinous. Mutinous would then eat Greybow. And then you would Provoke, clear everything pretty much from the board. And I think the only thing that be left over is just the free drop from the Teacher's Pet. That being said, though, this is still pretty good.
Yeah, that was the best minion to eat for Mutinous. So yeah.
That was the only minion it could eat,
but in the whole deck, in the whole Rami's deck, eating Greybow is the best one.
Yeah, agreed. But this is still a lot of damage coming in here from Rami. This is at
Sure.
least 13 damage, so... So now we'll never... Gotta find the Brawl. If Brawl is found, though, this game can continue. That is not a Brawl. That is not a minion that can interact with the board. And Rami94 going up to 3-1 here in the Max League. Well played.
Yeah. So yeah, he's likely and unlikely to go through and access to the next stage if he still managed to win next week's. We'll try to see if we can have players in the post-game interview, maybe, to ask them some questions. So... let's see. So, Rami and Stathisv13. Okay, Rami is available. Let's call him, and so is Stathisv13. Be fine. Okay, Rami is coming. He will join us very soon. Hello, Rami.
Hello.
Congratulations.
Hey. Thank you. I didn't expect to win, honestly. After losing game 1, I was like, okay, I lost already.
Yeah, because you thought the Demon Hunter was going to sweep you, right?
Yeah, like, I had Liran Paladin just to win against Demon Hunter. And my Paladin also has pretty good matchups against all his decks. So I was trying to just win 3-0 with Paladin, and then it didn't happen. I was quite tempted because...
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Thanks for joining us. Okay. Stathisv13, yeah. How are you after winning the first one with your Demon Hunter? Rami was saying that he was afraid of getting 3-0 by your Demon Hunter. Were you confident about your Demon Hunter?
Yeah, quite yes, after I won his Paladin, which I thought he would 3-0 me with. I thought that Demon Hunter would go 3-0. But then I couldn't deal with the aggro druid board early. And he got the W with it. And yeah, that's it. In the Warlock versus Druid matchup, I was greedy. I wanted to keep the Sovereign for a potential Arboroth. The second Sovereign. But that Merchant punished me. And
yeah, I think at the time I was saying that you should have just went for Soul Rend on the Panther board, and then you just went for the Null, and it just costed you the game.
It was only the Merchant because I could go Soul Rend next turn.
Yeah, and I also top deck the Jiggling Inventories. No, the Annoyotron, the 2 mana 1/2 with Divine Shield.
Yeah, Noisatron.
Gave you only 2 minions to kill with a Soul Rend, and all the others were with Divine Shield. And yeah, that was pretty lucky for me.
So Stathisv13 goes. Oftentimes, it is just winning these unfavorable matchups. Like, that is what defines a good LHS series. So, a question for both of you, I'm sure, is that, like, I'm sure both of you have seen the recent set of balance changes that were announced yesterday. What do you think you'll be most excited for once the balance changes hit next week? Or what you are most regretting losing out on? I know a lot of people in my practice group are really sad that Garrote Rogue is seemingly going to be a lot less powerful now that there's only 2 Garrotes being shuffled in.
Do you want to start?
I think I will try some Control Priest. But I'm also pretty sad that Garrote Rogue goes away. I love the deck. I queued countless games of it, but it's okay. It has to go.
What about you, Rami?
Yeah, I think that we all kind of on one side, we all want Garrote Rogue to go because it's quite an oppressive deck. But at the same time, because of the fact that it's an oppressive deck, we have all played like hundreds and hundreds of games with Garrote Rogue. So no one wants to lose their pet deck, let's say, like their favorite deck for the tournament. So that's kind of weird. Like, I think we all kind of think about the lineup for the Master Tour and think, okay, we're playing Garrote Rogue and 3-hour decks. So now,
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll throw my hands up here and say I have played under 10 games of Garrote Rogue in my entire Hearthstone career. I have never touched the deck. And now I don't have to! Got him.
I mean, I wish I could say the same because that's one deck that I just... Whenever you lose
like
without getting... Like, when you don't get field contact or stuff like that, it feels like the worst deck in history. So, sometimes feel like that. I'm kind of sad that we have no nerf for OTK Demon Hunter. Like, that's probably the deck that I hate the most playing against. Like,
Mate, you and me are going to be best friends at the rate we're talking. Oh boy. Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm quite excited about Renew going back to 1 mana. I think that Priest is almost unplayable right now, and I hope that... like, I don't want Priest to be tier 1 like it used to be, but at least
you want it to be
like, tier 3.
playable.
Yeah, like, I enjoy playing almost all classes, so I really want to play sometimes some control games, but without Priest, I don't know, it doesn't feel like Hearthstone without Priest.
I can preach to that, brother.
Yeah, sure, it will be interesting to see how the meta will be after this balance change.
All right,
I don't know.
carry on. Sorry.
Oh no, I don't know. I mean, like, there's going to be so many changes. Like, without Garrote Rogue, which is the deck that sharps the whole meta, like, I have no idea what's going to happen. Like, I expect Libran Paladin to be one of the best decks because, well, without Rogue and without Mage, like, it has to be a good deck. But who knows? Like, anything could happen.
Druid
Maybe Garrote Rogue is still the best deck. Who knows?
Druid will be scary also because Garrote Rogue was a good matchup against Druid, but without Garrote Rogue, maybe there will be lots of Druid in the ladder, and that's a very bad matchup for the Paladin. Huh?
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
yeah, we'll see, of course.
Either way, it's going to be something that we're all going to be eyeing up with great interest in the 3 or so days we get to test this stuff out before our Masters Tour Undercity next week.
We are not going to sleep at all for 3 days, and then whoever is still awake during the tournament is going to win.
Feels bad for all the Asian players, though. It's
Yeah.
a completely different time zone, and they have to stay up. Disaster. Maybe we'll have 2 Masters Tour winners, not from China, in a row. That'd be nice.
One from Americas, please. Like, at least once every 2 years.
Once every 2. I appreciate your optimism.
Okay, so if nobody has something to add, maybe we'll be able to move in the next confrontation. Thanks both of you to joining us, and good luck for your future tournaments, and see you soon, huh? Maybe.
For having us. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Talk to you later.
Thank you. Goodbye. Okay, it was beautiful Hearthstone to watch, and we still have beautiful Hearthstone to watch in that second confrontation between HKroms and CaelesLuna. Let's take a look at the place in the group. So, CaelesLuna currently 3-0, very good for him to advance in the next round. He can even lose one confrontation and still having a chance to qualify, and then HKroms is at 1-2, so I don't think he still can have a way to qualify. So yeah, interesting to have that confrontation between those two great players. Do you know well HKroms at the international? He's very well known in France, but do you know him well, Paradox?
I'm afraid I don't. So, funny anecdote. I ran into a French gentleman at the Maxland, and he said something very interesting to me. He said, there is a whole bunch of good players in France, but when you run into someone from the UK, you know they're good. So, I think that sums up very well. Like, you guys have so many good players, right? Of course, we've got Gabby. Everyone knows Gabby. X-Blazers, Svids, Demon, who just top forward the last Masters Tour, Belkeen. Like, I could probably name all of the great French players on two hands, right? I'm not even sure HKroms would be like up there in my top 15 best French players, but from what I've heard, he seems pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, he's on a solid team. He's got a good support base behind him. It's just, in a tournament this stacked, right, like all 32 of these players are very good at the game.
Sure.
So you've got to be playing at your A game in order to keep up against these amazing players.
You're totally right. And yeah, CaelesLuna is very well known because of being a grandmaster in the last season and having some insane performance in a previous Master Tour. So I think pretty much everybody know about Caeles. So we can move at the lineups. Now the presentation about players are made. So HKroms is playing a rogue, a demon hunter, a druid and a mage, but not a Garrett rogue. He's playing a miracle rogue, and that's maybe the way to play rogue after the nerfs that are coming in the next week. But sadly, his rogue has been banned, so we won't see that new Edwin. Have you played the new Edwin, Paradox?
So as I mentioned to our good friends on the call a few minutes ago, I have played less than 10 games of Garrot Rogue in my competitive career, that I am very happy to fall out, that I have not that much knowledge about Garrot Rogue. But fortunately, a lot of my friends do have a lot of knowledge about Garrot Rogue, and they have mixed feelings on Edwin. But what were you saying?
Sorry, I just thought that it was a Garrot Rogue. I look at about it too quickly, and I thought it was a Miracle Rogue as a Viper played in ladder with the new Edwin. But no, that was just an interesting Garrot Rogue. My bad. So yeah, very common Garrot Rogue. But okay, the Demon Hunter is interesting because that's the brute one. Players were playing in previous Master Tour before. So
yeah, like the Chinese player who went like 8-0 or something with Brute Demon Hunter in his lineup. That was definitely a very interesting deck to see. And now with Need for Greed, the new tradable Demon Hunter spell, there's definitely a lot more opportunities to slam those brutes down early in the game, especially with Philosophy, right? If you get like 3 brutes down on like turn 4 or 5, it's just so hard for people to come back sometimes, especially if you're playing a more aggressive deck.
Yeah, you're right. And then the druid, the aggro druid, we saw him doing pretty well in previous confrontation. And then Quest Mage, we know the deck very well. So
Yep. Just standard stuff all around besides the Demon Hunter. Very interesting choice from HKroms in a otherwise pretty standard lineup. And if we go over to CaelesLuna, he's running something a little bit interesting. He's running Quest Shaman. Definitely don't see that every day anymore, do you?
Yeah, I can see it. And Bunny Hopper was playing it on ladder after after the nerf. No, sorry, after the Dead Mines came down. that's not exactly the same version, but a pretty interesting card in that shaman is the multicaster, because before, sometimes the shaman was running out of cards. If you were playing Bloom early in the game, sometimes just on turn 5, 6, you were running out of fuel, but with that multicaster, that's draw 2 for 4 mana, and sometimes that's even draw 3, because you have 3 school of spell in your deck. So yeah, interesting shaman. Do you think this is a bait or a pretty strong deck, that Quest Shaman?
So again, you'll hear this a lot. So I'm obviously very good friends with Orange, and Orange has played quite a bit of this Quest Shaman deck, and he wasn't a big fan of it after playing it for a while. I think the Multicaster is a good card, and it definitely has a lot of potential in Mage in particular, because obviously Mage has it's well known for having 3 different spell schools, right? But for Multicaster to be good in Shaman, you have to jump through a few hoops. You have to play the Arcane spell, or you have to play the Fire spell along with the Nature spell, and that sometimes isn't guaranteed. So I'm not really sure how well this Quest Shaman deck will perform. It's probably good against Taunt Druid in particular, though, I'd say, right? Because Perpetual Flame, even after getting nerfed to 2 mana, is still just such a strong AoE against boards that don't have Divine Shield on them, and, well, Taunt Druid can't have that many Divine Shields, right?
Yeah. So yeah, no rogue in that confrontation, both banned by the players. Let's see if they are ready. Okay, HKroms is ready. I will send him a message. I can talk to him in French, that's fine.
Yep.
So,
and
yes.
I'm just gonna make sure I add both of these players on Battle.net. I believe CaelesLuna already added me. So I'll just get HKroms added right now if they're not already. Okay.
Okay, he's close to be ready. I will look if cams are working for the players. So okay.
There we go.
No. We will go in very soon. HKroms will be at the top, and CaelesLuna at the bottom. You still have the command in the chat to send vibes to your favorite players. Okay.
And now just waiting for the players to arrive, and then we can get started.
Yeah. Yeah. They are close to be ready. Do you have a favorite deck to open with those lineups? Both lineups are pretty similar with a shaman, except a shaman for CaelesLuna and a druid for HKroms.
Yeah, I'd say the main deck that CaelesLuna is probably want to keep in their back pocket is probably going to be the Demon Hunter, right? Because Demon Hunter is good against Mage. I have to imagine it's probably pretty good in the mirror match because it's got a more stable win condition. Rather than drawing a ton of cards in one turn and killing you with Lion's Frenzy, it's just going to kill you with the Mohawk Il'gynoth combo, which is just more consistent. And I think the only way that Demon Hunter would win in the mirror match is if it just gets a ton of brutes down on turn 4 or 5, and the opposing Demon Hunter just can't answer it very well. Because otherwise, the Demon Hunter is solid against the Mage. It's not terrible against the Druid, that we did see it struggle in the last series, so it really depends, I think, on how the first couple of games go. I think that'll determine the outcome of the series.
Sorry, didn't understand your question.
Oh, I'm saying I think whoever wins early is going to do better.
Yeah, of course, yeah, every time in Last Hero Standing, first game are very important, because then you can just counter queue and then you get counter queued, and you can then counter queue So yeah. CaelesLuna is having issues with joining the room for the cam, so maybe we won't have his cam, but let's try for 1 or 2 minutes before starting the game. But yeah, it's working for HKroms right now, so let's add his camera to your screen right now. It'll be, yes, at the top of the screen. Here is HKroms. Okay, if it's not working, we will start soon. Game will start in a very few minutes. And I didn't ask you, but what were your favorite deck after the Dead Mines? Have you tried new things?
My favorite deck right now?
Yeah, or something new, or something you found interesting in the meta actually?
It's a good question. I mean, my favorite classes in general are probably Paladin and Priest. And obviously those two classes haven't done too well lately. But I'd say probably my favorite overall deck at the moment is probably Handlock. The deck just has like so many ways of like being able to win. Like if it's not the Giants, it's like the Quest, or you can get there through like grinding people out. Like it's got a way of winning in like every single matchup. And obviously that gives you a lot of control over like how you can win the game compared to like what Rami said in the interview, right? If you play Rogue and you don't draw the field contact, you just lose. And that doesn't feel great.
Yeah, I get it, yeah. Okay, it will start, both players are connected, I think.
Yeah, looks like they're just about to get in. Just waiting to spectate now.
Yeah, they are starting. Oh, I don't have KLS on my screen.
They're
On
in
my
the game.
friend list.
I just added them.
Okay, but I thought he was in my friend list. So yeah, HKroms at the top and KLS at the bottom. Maybe I will have to restart my game to have it.
In the meantime, I'm just waiting for them to start in the client. They haven't started the game yet, so
Okay, fine. So, okay.
probably just waiting for you to say go.
Yeah.
I imagine.
I sent them, so maybe they're thinking about the way to open, because yeah, the open is very important in Last Hero Standing, because if you are losing with some decks, you just can't win the confrontation. Some decks are key. You have to hold them in your pocket to just play them at the right time. So yeah, it's always an important decision to take.
Absolutely, but yeah, it looks like the game number 1 is going to start. It will be the Quest Spell Mage versus the Taunt Druid. And well, I'll let you go first. What are your thoughts on this matchup?
Okay, not logged right now in the game. Okay, I have KLS. And what matchup you said?
So CaelesLuna is playing their Spell Mage, and HKroms is playing their Taunt Druid.
Oh, that's very favored for the Spell Mage, right? You think we are agree about that?
I would agree, yeah. I just want you to elaborate as to why you think that.
Oh, because Mage have lots of cheap spells from different school, Fire, Frost, to kill the small minions, and Druid is playing small minions, so that's exactly what the mage want to face, just feeding the quest by killing the small minions, and then just killing with an early Arcanist Dance Gripe. But sometimes it is getting scary for the mage when the druid is having a Divine Shield on the board, for example, and the mage can't fire Sail sometimes because of the board being protected by Divine Shield or 4 health point minion. Sometimes things are just going wrong for the mage, but yeah, in most of the game, it is totally fine for the mage.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we do see, of course, the Battle God on 2. HKroms could have went for it on turn 1, opted not to, trying to preserve that coin for later. Might possibly get punished for it a little bit here, because now the first flame with the hero power will clear the Battle God off the board, whereas it would not have been able to on the previous turn.
Yeah, and when players is having a disconnect, maybe that's Caeles because we still have HKroms webcam. Hope it will be fine for him. Yeah, he's back. Everything is fine.
Yep, all good now. And we're probably going to see the first flame ping, as I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you mentioned, just mages, there's so many ways of just getting rid of these small minions. Like, you can do the same thing next turn with the second flame. It's actually going to go for the flurry here as well, just to get the first part of the quest complete.
Yeah, first step on turn 3, and it's not going to slow down because Ruined Orb, second flame, that's fire and arcane. So yeah, Caeles is just looking for a frost spell, maybe from one Sith. Oh,
and what a frost spell to get! That is exactly what CaelesLuna was hoping to get, because now they can brain freeze and just one-shot this mule. And not only that, in combination with the Ruined Orb and the second flame, that will complete the second part of the quest this turn, while clearing all of the immediate threats from the board.
yeah.
Absolutely devastating.
Okay, Caeles was scary about having spec issues because of the disconnect, but yeah, things are working for me, also for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fine.
As long as they don't play the mule there, the one that's flipped over in the hand. If they do that, then the spectator mode is going to get glitched, and we're going to have to leave the client and come back. So, yeah, guys, if you're playing in the tournament and you're a spectator, please don't play this until you have to, because otherwise, production is not going to be happy with you, as I can concur.
Sure. So, how is the quest going? Wow. Already part 3, and can be completed this turn, right?
Yes, it can, with the, what's it called, with the hot streak, yeah.
You want
the issue here, though, is that you can't really clear Greybow this turn very easily.
You can
leave it at 1 HP, but... Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Now it can be cleared this turn, yeah.
It was only the first flame, I think, so it was already possible for Luna, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it was already possible, it just wasn't very convenient.
Sure. So no great bow left for HKroms, and things are getting scary for him because of that Dance Gripe in hand. Yeah, just Dance Gripe, first flame on the 2-4 will be a strong turn.
Yeah, and there's 2 fire sails in the hand as well, so any board that HKroms tries to build at this point will just immediately get demolished. And yeah, he's just going to pack it up. And who can blame him? That was not a good game to be in.
Yeah, just focus on the next run. You can't win that game, so yeah. Just think about how you counter that mage. And do you know how to counter that mage from HKroms' point of view?
Good question. So the druid is already gone. So at this point you have either the brute demon hunter or your own mage. So obviously the mage mirror is as close to a 50-50 as you're gonna get. But I don't know how good the brute demon hunter is against the mage. Like, barely anyone plays this deck anymore, so it's really hard for me to like look at the data and tell, but we're gonna find out right now because HKroms is jamming that Demon Hunter against CaelesLuna's Spell Mage.
It started for you?
It
Do you
has,
have
yeah.
the game? Oh, I have to leave and come back, so...
No worries, but yeah, HKroms is on the play. They have 4 cards in the hand versus CaelesLuna with 3.
Okay.
Pretty standard starts so far, though. Both sides just playing their quests, and we'll see from there.
Okay. And then HKroms hand. Okay, we have both point of view on screen right now. Everything is fine. Okay, yeah. That matchup is much more scary than the other one for mage because of the glide of you on your dance grab, for example. If you just finish the quest and getting glide, that's of course a bad thing to happen, but also because of the Demon Hunter isn't playing minions, sometimes you can struggle with your Frost spell, for example. Flurry will never be a thing. Brain Freeze will have to Brain Freeze your own minions, maybe your own one thief or your own spell power from Stathisv. So yeah.
Well, I mean, the Demon Hunter is going to play minions. It's just that they're going to play them all at once.
If you see minions, you are dead against Demon Hunter.
Very true. So I imagine we're probably going to see the Stathisv13 equipped and then hit into CaelesLuna's face directly, just to guarantee that you draw the what's called the Persistent Peddler next turn from the deck.
Yeah. What part of the quest? Yeah, already part 2. So coming down, and yeah, okay, finally, Ice Barrier is here for Luna. So first step, down. Good follow-up also with that Arcane Intellect. We'll be able to look for other cards to finish your quest.
And yeah, this deck runs like even more card draw than the conventional OTK Demon Hunter that we're used to. So it's even easier for this deck to complete the quest than you'd normally expect.
Yeah, and it's likely to have a brute on the turn, I think.
The issue is, though, can you play 2 brutes this turn? Because if you can, you'd really like to.
Yeah.
And it looks like the answer is yes. So I think, yeah, because they can. Oh wait. Oh no, they can. Yeah, because of Stathisv13. Yeah. This is a really huge turn here from HKroms, getting both of the brutes out as 7/8s on turn 4 here. And then next turn, he can just go for Glide. That's completely get rid of all of CaelesLuna's removal.
But yeah, that will be a way for Luna to play his Flurry, for example. Okay.
Flurry would be a great pickup here for Luna, if they can find it.
Luna can do Flurry and then Hot Strike, Fireball somewhere, maybe on a brute, to start to dealing damage to this brute. That will be finishing the part 2. Okay, no. Luna will
So
not
you
go.
see double brain freeze instead, just trying to save the flurry for a more opportune moment by the looks of it. But that moment may not come because here comes the glide. Both of them outcasted right now. It's going to completely shuffle Luna's hand back in. And he will draw 4 cards.
Okay. Here is the glide we'll have. Maybe other brutes. Oh! Brute is there.
Yeah,
Oh,
so is
mana.
Kurtrus.
Oh no, you can't play the brute now. Okay, sad.
No. That being said, though, Glide is once again in the outcast position, so after Kurtrus is played next turn, then HKroms can just shuffle the hands back in, get 4 more cards, and then the brutes almost certainly will be free after a Glide.
Yes. You're right, but maybe you want to save that glide for the turn CaelesLuna is getting Dawn's Drop, or maybe the turn you want to kill with Lion's Frenzy. Glide is such a strong card in that deck that maybe you want to keep it for later? Don't know.
You're not wrong, however, a third glide was discovered earlier in the game with Illidari Studies. So even if you glide on turn 7, you still have 1 glide left in the deck afterwards. But anyway, it looks like Luna is just going to finish off these brutes before they dealt any real damage in this game. Though, how they'll deal with the next wave is up for debate.
Okay, here Kurtrus.
Spirit Jailer as well. It's going to be very helpful with this Lion's Frenzy later on.
3 mana Fireball. Okay. You want to play Dawn's Drop on that turn. So you first will have to play a Fire Spell, I think. A Fire Spell, yeah.
It's just, yeah, and the only fire spell that would be cheap enough to play with Dawngrasp would be that second flame.
No. But you can start with a Spell Power. Oh. Okay. You can't play the Spell Power if you are playing Dawn's Grab on that turn. And if you are not playing Dawn's Grab, you can't play a Fire Spell because of the glide.
Oh, it's tough. You have to clear at least one of the big minions from the board, because tanking 15 damage, that does not sound like a good idea.
Sure, but losing your win condition maybe at the bottom of your deck isn't either a good option, so yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to see the second flame possibly, almost definitely into the Dawngrasp now, right? If that's what we're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, very risky approach here from CaelesLuna. Sort of similar to what we saw in the first series, right? With the Immolation Aura into Kurtrus turn. But now, let's see if it works out for Luna here. Because HKroms is drawing a lot of cards right now. Shuffling a lot of soul fragments into the deck.
Yeah. Oh, a brute is green before the glide, so I think it just drew back the brute, right?
At least one of them.
Yeah.
Let's see what 3 other cards were drawn. Tusk Piercer not going to be that useful. A soul fragment picked up. That's 1 more damage. There's another soul fragment. That's another damage. Spectral Sight. That's 2 more cards, and that's going to do it. HKroms taking the win with the Quest Brute Demon Hunter. I imagine we're probably going to see some Brute dudes in chat if this deck goes 3-0 in the series. Still got 2 more wins to go, though.
Okay, so now good draws for Luna. Oh, sorry, I was looking where. Yeah, that's exactly Lethal, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Well
Crazy
played.
how much damage this Lion's Frenzy can do with the glide.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 1-1. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting tired, sorry. Yeah, that's 1-1.
I mean, it's 10 p.m. for you in France. Like, it's been a long day. It's been a long day for me, dude. I casted 2 whole series
you can
before even coming up to the course, so
yeah.
I will be very happy if we get a nice clean sweep here from the HKroms.
So yeah, no mage left available for Luna. So you want to beat this Quest Demon Hunter, you have Shaman and your own AtomiK Demon Hunter. In the mirror matchup, do you have opinion of which of them is maybe the faster to get his win condition on board?
I'd imagine the Demon Hunter would definitely have an easier time against the Shotman. In the mirror match, though, I'm not entirely certain either way. I think it just depends on who goes second, to be honest, because with that one extra card, that's giving you extra opportunities to draw cards, and oh my goodness. I love me some Brutes as much as the next guy, but I think we need card draw here, otherwise we're not going to get anywhere.
Oh, sweet curve for Luna, but if you're playing one maker on 2, you can't march pawn on 3. Sometimes the curve is a little awkward for the shaman.
I'm a little bit surprised that HKroms didn't just go for philosophy here. Why would they not do that?
Interesting. I don't have the answer. I didn't play that much of Brute DH in the last few days, so...
Maybe they're hoping to philosophy spirit Jailer? That's the only thing I can think of as the way you told it.
I don't think so. And you are right. Okay, pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only thing that makes sense if you're not going to do it on 2 and then you're going to do it on Spirit Jailer on 3. I'm not sure if I agree with it necessarily, but it's the line that HKroms has gone with.
Yep. Yeah, I have totally no idea about how the matchup will go. It'll be interesting to see. Oh,
what a top deck though! Need for Greed instantly completes the first part of the quest.
Yes.
In fact, Brutes might be coming down here if we keep drawing these fragments.
Okay, no other fragments.
Let's see here. Ooh.
You
say that now, but this is so many cards being drawn.
Whoa.
I think we're seeing 2 Brutes coming down here.
Yeah, you can have them for free.
Yeah. 2 6/7s on the 3rd turn for CaelesLuna. What do they do? This is so much pressure.
Yeah.
This card was nerfed to 8 mana for exactly this reason, and it's still coming out super early in the game. Incredible.
And I don't see any cheap answer from Luna. For Luna, One Maker and Devolving isn't a thing because they are turn 8. Yes, they are played on 4, but they are turn 8 minion. So I don't see out for at the moment for Luna.
Not without taking a lot of cards away. Like, yeah, Serpent Shrine Portal and the Overdraft, and from the Serpent Shrine Portal we got a freaking Package Runner that can only attack when you have 8 cards in hand. Now,
I don't think we will see that Package Runner attack. Any attack in the game.
I think the Package Runner, I think he needs to get a better contract with Amazon, to be honest, because he's not going to be doing anything this game.
Yeah, definitely agree. Next step completed from HKroms.
Probably just going to hold off on the cards, right, and just get Kurtrus. If not on the board, then in hand by the end of the next turn. And again, like, these brews are so brutal. Pun the pun. Like, look at how much Look at how much stuff they absorbed. They absorbed like 5 cards between them. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, those brutes cost lots of card for Caeles. So, okay.
The Spectral Sight, yeah. I don't think Kurtrus can come down. Yeah, Kurtrus definitely can't come down this turn now after that. But it will be in the hand and will be available on the 7th turn. I wonder if we see Illidari's studies here next. Okay. Soul Fragment drawn. That'll definitely be enough to complete the quest. But you don't want to draw too many of them because then... Like, then you'll run out of damage later on with this Lion's Frenzy.
Okay. Kurtrus is there. We'll be able to play it next turn. Maybe just equipping Lion's Frenzy, yeah?
Yeah, you want to attack. You want to attack first though before equipping it though, just so you have the second charge of the weapon. But yeah, I like it because you have to pay the mana for Lion's Frenzy at some point. Why not now?
Okay, maybe going for... Are there good spells to find on Fireheart right now? Not sure. But playing a 5-cost minion isn't winning you the game, right? Okay, so first Bloom and then Fireheart, right?
Ooh,
Charge Call.
those spells aren't cheap. I mean, Charge Stall's good, but it's not cheap. I guess we'll be going for a Cairn Bloodhoof here because it's just a stable body. Oh, we're going for the Auctioneer instead. Very interesting choice here by CaelesLuna. And it's going to get rewarded for it as well by managing to discover the 1-mana spell from Instructor Fireheart. And hey, that revolve means that this package runner might actually be something useful in a minute.
So yeah, HKroms won't kill on that turn, he's just playing Kurtrus. But I think that can be a turn 8 lethal.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, you've got so much card draw in hand already, especially with like the glide and stuff to reset your hand and draw more.
Yeah.
It's just whether or not these feral spirits will do enough to stop the lethal setup with Lion's Frenzy.
Yeah, you will be able to go for Acrobatics, Outcast Spectral Sight, and then you will have kinda a free hand with all those drawn cards. Okay, Multicaster is here, but that's not his time. It's a very strong new card, but not his time to shine right now.
No. I think, yeah, CaelesLuna is just going to try to clear as much of the board as they can. Go for the revolve and just put as many taunts on the table as possible here.
Oh!
And oh my!
Whoa!
Lady Anaconda and also Ogremancer. These are pretty good cards.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Hold on there. Only one taunt in the way. I don't know about that one, CaelesLuna. I think you need more taunts on the board than that.
Okay. It will be an 8-cost minion.
This 8-cost minion's gotta be something huge. Alakia!
Is a taunt
That's
minion.
a huge minion. Yeah!
You were talking about taunt minion?
I was talking about multiple taunt minions, and that is one of them. You're absolutely right. Oh!
One taunt left! One taunt.
One taunt left, and of course, there is that Royal Librarian we saw earlier in the game that will silence a minion when played, so yeah, this Alec here might not be enough to survive this onslaught that's coming. Oh, there it is. There's the Royal Librarian.
But before HKroms have to find more damage. Okay, oh, Outcast, Spectral Sight.
I think they'll find enough damage. They've got to get 22, right?
But be careful, cast when drawn, Soul Fragment are very slow to be casted.
Oh, I guess you have to do that. And I guess in that case, we're going to see a Glide coming in. Okay, that's 4 more cards.
He's looking if there is a skull on the opponent portrait. He was trying to go face with his mouse.
Oh, is it enough?
No, that's not.
No, it's not enough. Is it enough from the other side? I count 9, 12, 15, 17. That's not lethal.
Okay, other taunt minions maybe?
Oh no! None of those have taunt! Which means at this point that CaelesLuna has got to go for the Feral Spirit and just hope and pray that these wolves are going to be the vanguard between CaelesLuna and victory.
And 2 more taunts.
It might be enough. We have seen the Royal Librarian and both copies of Soulshare used already. This might just barely be enough to pull them over the line.
Spectral Sight. You just need to kill those 3 health minions.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how they do it. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's no way.
No way, as you said. So 2-1 for KLS, and good job because it wasn't an easy game. Early brute, early quest completed. So good job to
absolutely
win that one.
Terrifying deck to play against though. Just a bundle of emotions, right? Like you get the brutes early, the Lion's Frenzy does so much damage, but it's just barely not enough. I love it.
Yeah, it was kind of also funny to see Lady Anaconda in Shaman. It was really strong for KLS to have that reduction on nature spell. It allowed him to play lots of spells in the same turn and having that reverse turn with the Charge Call. I know the mage is here, and that's a very very good matchup for mage. It was this summer. It was a very good matchup for mage, but I haven't played that one since. But I think it's still very 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 good for mage.
I'd be inclined to agree with you, yeah. Because the Shaman deck got worse, and the Maze deck didn't lose that much either. But still, crazy things in Hearthstone are the norm. I'm just gonna wait and see. Like, nothing surprises me anymore.
Of course, that's a winnable matchup. Our matchup are winnable, of course. But yeah, Feral Spirit are just feeding Mage Quest. So, okay. Now we'll be able to have a sweet curve with that one maker on 2. Multicaster is only drawing 1 card, so we'll have to keep that drawing for later, but hand isn't great for Luna. Maybe we'll have to go for small minions, trying things. Maybe Novice Zapper, Note Taker can be a good next turn.
Not really any spells you can play the Note Taker with though. Maybe Luna just goes for the multicaster now. Just takes the 1 card and calls it a day. It's there's not really a whole lot else to do, unfortunately. Like the overdraw drew you a card, but Canal Slugger's not really going to do a whole lot, and you don't really want to play minions anyway. It just helps the mage quest progress.
Okay, hero power. one drop. Not the best turn. Not the best turn 4 in the game. I know that's also a good card for the mage. But still looking for an arcane spell.
So yeah, first part of the quest complete for Shaman at this point, but not really putting on a whole lot of pressure against the mage, sadly. So at this point, especially with that Ruined Orb top deck, things looking pretty good for HKroms here. I wonder if they pick Rigged Fair Game at this point.
That can be a pick, yeah. Can be.
Right? Because if you go Rigged Fair Game and then you go for a Flurry, you freeze both of the minions, and then the only way Rigged Fair Game doesn't go off is if CaelesLuna fires the lightning bolt in the face.
But CaelesLuna can't know that the secret is a rigged fair game, so doesn't have any. Maybe it doesn't want to just playing that landing bolt right now. So it'll be a very interesting decision for Luna to have I to spend that bolt face, or maybe I just assuming that's not a rigged fair game. Let's see how the turn will go.
Yeah. Okay, so we're seeing Note Taker into Guidance here. None of those spells deal direct damage. I think if Serpent Shrine Portal was found, this turn would be much easier for them. But yeah, it looks like we're just going to be seeing double Guidance.
Oh, Tidal Wave can sometimes save you in the late game, being able to buy you more time.
There goes the Lightning Bolt.
Yeah.
Preventing the Rigged Fair Game from going off.
And a small revolve. Good minions. There is a caravan.
These minions aren't great.
Oh! For their cost, they are not that bad. 2/6,
A 2/6, a 1/6, and a 1/3. Okay.
Not the worst one, at least.
I'm a little bit more skeptical than you, my friend.
Right. Maybe the chat will have his own thoughts about that revolve.
But speaking of interesting observations, this Hex actually gotten from the Guidance is going to be pretty good against Magferrodon if that comes down later.
Yeah. Good point to show up. 6th cost minions are great. Most of the time. Not the best one. Okay, this time that wasn't the best one.
It's all about how you sell it.
Yeah, I was thinking of best minions at that, like a 5/5, giving you another 5/5 as a death rattle, than just a 6/6.
Yeah. Oh, it's Magferrodon along with the Fire Sail to clear the board and give yourself a 12/12 and almost certainly proc Rigged Fair Game at this point.
Yeah, will be a rigged fair game next turn because no direct damage for Luna.
That we're aware of anyway.
Oh! I talked too fast another time.
Yep. That's what I mean.
Oh,
in the game of Hearthstone, anything can happen. Even getting Robes of Protection from a Serpent Shrine Portal, which is a very infuriating minion for Mace to deal with.
Wow, that's insane, because next turn it can be Charge Call with a 8 cost minion. This time 8 costs are always strong, I'm not lying this time, so 8 cost minion can't be targeted, wow.
It depends on what 8 cost minions are up for discovery here, but yeah, it's almost certainly going to be better than what we saw last time, right? Almost certainly. But yeah, at this point, the only way to trigger Cone of Cold is by freezing your own frog and killing it. But if you do that, then you can't. Then Rigged Fair Game won't go off next turn. This is a disaster. Just seeing HKroms just throw all the burn damage at CaelesLuna's face.
Yep.
But yeah, 2
Wow.
8-cost Arcane Devourer. Ooh, that is dirty. That is dirty, sir. And Alakir the Windlord as well. Meaning that Rigged Fair Game once again will not go off. Oh my goodness.
Wow, that Arcane Devourer is even stronger than Tyrantus.
What
And
a
that's
scam!
game over. Wow.
What a scam by CaelesLuna, taking the win against HKroms off the back of a Serpent Shrine Portal summoning a Robes of Protection. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, when I talked about the matchup, I didn't talk about that robe of protection on the Serpentshire portal, but yeah, it looks like this evening I was really talking way too fast about things. That's why Hearthstone is beautiful. Always random things that can reverse
anything
games.
can happen.
Yeah. And anything happened, yeah. So let's see if we can have some reaction from the players. Let's see if Caelus can join us. And it looks like, okay, now you will ask HKroms. Okay, let's see if players will join us. But yeah, it was such a beautiful game to watch, that Shaman against Mage. I think it wasn't fun for HKroms to see every time a direct...
I can
damage
imagine,
spell.
yeah.
That top deck Serpentshire for the secret. That yeah, that Robe of Protection, of course. He can be salty, and he's allowed to be after that. But congratulations of Luna to winning that very hard matchup to win. That was not just because of the Serpentshire, it was a whole game well played. So congratulations about that. Okay, so Luna will join. CaelesLuna will join us. He was just looking if his mic was working. So now I will call him.
Lovely.
And HKroms didn't answer, so maybe we won't have it. Hello, thank you for joining us.
Am I coming through okay?
Yeah,
You're coming through fine, mate.
yeah, very
How are
fine.
you?
Oh, I'm doing well, doing great. Oh, I won that Shaman versus Brute game, didn't I? I was not expecting to do that.
Yeah, the Feral Spirit
Lucky
Man just
today.
right at the end, he just ran out for removal, and that's all it takes.
It really is. That matchup, so, like, I remember the turn before I won, I was just counting out, like, how many ways does this guy have left to actually remove, like, a 2-3 taunt without sacrificing a weapon charge? Because I don't think there's much left.
Yeah, and as it turned out, there was nothing.
Yeah. Because they only run one silence, and, like, the turn he tried to OTK me, I knew it couldn't happen because the silence guy was 2 mana, and he just didn't have, like, he would have had to cycle, like, 5 or 6 more, I think it was.
Yeah, you were at 4 HP by the end of the turn.
Right.
So yeah, pretty well calculated. Now I gotta be honest. What was your reaction when you saw the robes of protection?
Good
come
question here.
Oh, I was actually, well, I didn't think much of it. Like, it's obviously what won me the game at the end, but I didn't think much of it when it came out because I was thinking that's just going to be a flurry target and he's going to Varden me next turn, and then Fire Sale is going to be 6, and I thought I was still going to lose. But, no, like, him not drawing flurry, just, let's say that's what sealed it.
Yeah, his hand was just full of burn damage. He had like double fireball, double ignite. No way
I
of
thought as
dealing
much
with it
because
whatsoever.
it's like he switched to Plan B and just started flinging it at my face at one point or another. Because what can you do
Yeah.
against robes?
Either way, not a good position to be in. But yeah, now you're 4-0. 4-0 in the Max League, along with my good friend from Britain, Pocket Train. So, I asked this of the last two guys last round. I know you're watching the stream, so I'll ask you. What are your thoughts on the recent balance patch, and what are you most looking forward to after it's implemented next week?
Oh, you know, I can tell you exactly what I'm looking forward to most of all. It's gonna be Quest Shaman Supremacy, baby. Best matchup spread in the game after Garrote Rogue. I'm so excited about it. Man, Garrote Rogue, that deck had to go. I mean, I love it. I love playing it. High skill cap, rewards, skillful play, but not enough people were complaining about it, and I was really getting worried that nothing was gonna be done about it. It was, had the best matchup spread in the entire game for like 3 months straight. It caught a ban or a free win in any conquest setting. Like it was the centerpiece of a lineup, or it was your ban. Like you'd build your lineup around Garrote Rogue no matter if you were playing it or not.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Happy to see it go, quite honestly.
Yeah, agreed. I think like that's in part just because it's not very popular by the lower player base. Like you wouldn't see it very much like outside of Legend, right? But like in like top 200, it was
Yeah.
everywhere.
No, I was gaming. I was stirring up a little bit of drama on my Twitter because like no one was complaining. I've not seen anyone complain about the position Garrote Rogue has been in, and I guess that is like a high MMR type of thing. But when Mr. Smite came out and the low elo guys just started throwing stuff at Blizzard about it, started flaming everyone about printing a 6-mana 6/5 charge. Oh my. You don't complain about a deck that's
You
been
should have told
occupying
them about Reckless Rocketeer. It's a 6-mana
I
5
should've,
attack
yeah.
charge minion.
That
That's
had,
almost as
that
good.
had charge before last year. No one ran that. It's not in the game anymore, sadly.
Yeah, along with every other charge minion.
Oh,
Ah,
yes. Well, not anymore.
Right. Not anymore. Also from me, nothing to add. What about you? Nothing to add, Paradox?
Do you have any questions for us?
No, I was asking, do you have something to
Yeah,
add?
I'm
to
asking
ask?
CaelesLuna.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. So, I don't know how the tournament structure works. Do I make like playoffs or something for doing good score, or is it like my country
finishing
wins points for it?
Oh, you're asking about Max League 5 or about Max League of Nations?
Max League 5, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, the one I'm in. Yeah.
Yeah. Right now you are playing in Max League 5, and if you manage to finish top 2 of your group, you can manage to play off, facing players from the other group. And if you win also the playoffs, you have some cash prize at the end. So yeah, definitely something after the group stage. I don't know if my answer was...
Cash prizes and meritocracy, my favorite.
Yeah, merit is something not easily seen in the Americas region.
Okay, fine.
Think of it from my perspective, mate. I'm from the UK. I have to deal with not only everyone from Europe, I have to deal with like 4 other people who are just great British players on the voting for League of Nations. I'm almost certainly not getting in. So, like,
That's
by
true. That's true.
comparison,
And I
living
mean,
in
you
Canada
know,
is amazing.
only 8 points to GM last year. Got me in.
Yeah.
Fine.
Abuse your privilege, man. You've earned it.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, I think in that case, we'll probably let you go. You're winning the
Yep.
tournament, right? You're the straight up just going to demolish the competition and just take it home for Canada, right?
Oh yeah. No, I didn't even know it was LHS format the first 2 weeks. Well, I guess
You
okay,
won
the first
anyway.
week. I knew the second week, obviously, but yeah, no, I'm a dumb idiot, and I'm still going 4-0, so I'm gonna win the tournament.
Sweet,
That's what
I'd
I'm
love to
saying.
hear that. Well, we'll let you go, buddy. Have a good afternoon, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
All right,
Thank
thanks
you
for having me, guys.
Yes, thank you for joining us. And yeah. Fine. Okay, so now the evening is over. Finished very early compared to the other time. The meta is quite fast. I remember months ago it was finishing close to 1 hour after that time. So yeah, that's a way to see how fast is the meta.
And so all you needed to do was just delete Priest from the game, and all of a sudden Hearthstone series don't take forever. Who knew?
Yeah. You're right. So we can take a look at the calendar for the next few weeks. So next week, because of the Master Tour and the balance paths, there won't be the Max League 5. We let the player the time to prepare for the important Master Tour. But the week after, the week starting by Monday, the 22nd of November, we have 4 streams. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, as the other weeks, we'll have the Max League, casted by Max on Monday, casted by myself on Tuesday, and then by Cool Kid on Wednesday. And on Saturday, we have the anniversary stream of the Max team, hosted by Max, the 5th anniversary of the Max team. So if you are interested, you can be there on Saturday. There will be very cool guests like the players, or also we will have a range, if I am right, and lots of cool stuff. So even a giveaway. So you can be there.
Sounds pretty sweet.
Yeah, you can be there on Saturday in 2 weeks for the anniversary stream, or also just at the start of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, for the Max League Round 5. Thank you, Paradox, for being there with me this evening. It was very nice to cast this
No worries,
beautiful
AtomiK.
Hearthstone.
Thank you for being so accommodating for me being a bit late.
No worries.
Yeah, no, it's been good. And hopefully you will be seeing even more exciting content for the next week of the Max League 5. So yeah. Hope to see you guys then.
Yeah, thank you for everyone in the chat, and see you very soon. Goodbye.